Aguero was right about the shoe. The shoe was not the same in the picture shown in court as the shoe pulled from the evidence bag by Trooper Bukake.
And you mentioned you're at the hospital. There was a sneaker. One.
Yes.
Bukake! Bukake!
Woo! Good evening, reprobates. It is good to see you guys. I hope everyone is doing well. Happy Monday, if there is such a thing. So today there was a hearing for Karen Reed in one of Karen Reed's civil cases. If you want all of the juicy legal details on that, I would suggest going over to Melanie Little. She covered this live today. She also also in right now, Boozy Beauty is live talking about it right now. And Boozy Beauty has been doing great coverage of the civil stuff, which I got to be honest with you guys. I'm a little lost on some of it. I honestly am. Give me 1 second here, folks. Wait. Liz 88 just gifted a membership, people. Amazing. Thank you so much, Liz 88. Thank you so much, Liz 88. So there is a let me Okay. Okay, so while I've been, let me discuss this now. This is not petty. You might want to, you might consider it drama. I don't know. I don't fucking care what you consider it, if I'm being completely honest. So there's definitely some stuff I'm going to discuss. Now, we're going to go over some of the stuff because I mean, AJ went off today, and it was absolutely fantastic. And we love to hear AJ go off. And we are going to go over some of that. Big shout out to Law Girls Not Attorneys. Big shout out to who was there in the courtroom, by the way, and big shout out to Trial Channel. So Jimmy was just live. I don't know if he's still live. He might still be live. And I clipped something and I put it on X because I agreed with everything Jimmy was saying. And I know that I agree with Jimmy on what he was saying, and it doesn't necessarily mean that we feel exactly the same on every single thing, but I was on the phone with Jimmy before he started his live stream. A few hours, actually, a couple hours before he started his live stream. And you know, one thing I've since we've started covering things, Karen Reed and or Aiden Turtle Boy related, things related, since I've started covering that stuff. I've made what's up, Scott Messerschmidt? It's good to see you. I've made a few good friends, a few not so great friends, a few friends, you know, and I don't, you know, I went a little wacky about that one time, the day that I kind of got into it with Aiden here, because I don't generally like making a lot of friends, but I can honestly say that in this community, for the most part, it's been a pleasant experience. The friends that I have made have turned out to be good friends. And thank you, Liz88. Oh, of course. Remember, for 23 months. Thank you so much. And yes, of course. So I've been taking a lot of time away from YouTube, as you guys have, most of you have noticed. And I blame no one. At least I blame no one more than myself. But I blame no one necessarily. And I've been really just kind of enjoying creating kind of a personal life for myself. I got a nice girl. Things have been going really good with her. I'm real happy. She seems to be real happy. And I've been taking some time, you know, I took a little time hanging out with her. She came here and hung out with me for I don't even know how long it was. It was just, we just kind of just decided to just hang out and make our own plans. And it was really good. And yes, very much so. But the time I spent off of YouTube, I realized certain things. Um, and I've kind of got lost in the sauce here. And I really don't want to do that. I don't really talk much about the civil case because if I'm being completely honest with you guys, I'm a little lost on it. It's really confusing for me. I'm not used to covering civil cases. And it takes a lot to be this honest with you guys. I don't really understand civil cases. I'm not an attorney. Regardless of how we joke about the, Glare Institute of Law and stuff. And I'm used to covering criminal stuff. It's a little bit more cut and dry. There's more of a simple right versus wrong kind of element to following criminal cases versus civil cases. And in this civil case, this is something that is to be expected. And we all expected it. But you've got the McAlberts suing Karen and Aiden. You've got Karen suing the McAlberts. You've got Karen suing the Massachusetts State Police and the and Canton, the city of Canton, the town of Canton. You have the O'Keefes suing Karen Reed and the Waterfall and the CF McCarthy's. You have all of these people suing each other. It's hard to keep track of what. God bless Melanie Little for being able to do it, even though she's educated in that department. But it's a lot. And God bless all of you who are able to just okay, yeah, that, and it just all falls together when you're following it. And I've gotten a little bit lost on it. And I don't feel comfortable covering much of it if I don't really understand what's going on, because I don't want to not be able to explain it. And I want to give honest insight. And one thing I don't do is talk about things that I'm not genuinely passionate about. I've never done that. And well, I mean, no, and I'm not civiled out at all. I don't feel that way at all. It's important. Like, this stuff is important. And there haven't been any real big developments in Aiden's case. So there hasn't been much to talk about in that department either. And I'm just not the type, and I realize that I get that that's helpful to Aiden and everything. And I'm just never been the type to just regurgitate old things over and over again and just keep talking about the same old things over and over and over again. I get annoyed with that. Like, I get like a peeve about it when certain things are too repetitive. Either I find repetition to be hilarious, or I find repetition to be completely and utterly annoying. Amy McCabe, thank you. Remember 14 months, like the fresh cut, looking good. But yeah, I went to the barbers and got my hair did today. That always feels nice when you get to do that. Yes, he is. Massa. Yes, he is. And the thing is, it's really like, and then you have all of this stuff. And I'm just explaining my end here, folks. And I'm not I'm not trying to like influence anybody to feel the same way I do or agree with me or anything. I just feel like I owe you guys a little bit more of. I mean, maybe I don't owe you, but I feel better explaining my absence a little bit better. and today was exciting. I was watching it on Melanie Little's, and it was just really cool to hear AJ just be AJ, and do what he does. It was really badass. So we're gonna listen to that in a little bit, even though I won't be able to give you the full context of what it was all about, but we will discuss it. And I want to start making an effort, honestly, to start covering the civil case a little bit more, and try to just educate myself on it a little bit better. But that's really what I want to do. Jimmy, I clipped this thing where Jimmy was saying, he's like, man, when I first got into this, he's like, it just made me, he's like, it made me want to dress up. It made me want to act. It made me want to be funny and do comedy. It made me, and I understood exactly what he meant, because I could hear, I could imagine someone who hasn't been here for the last, 2.5 years or so. I can imagine somebody hearing someone say that and be like, oh, really? A murder trial makes you feel like that? Okay. But no, I knew exactly what Jimmy meant. And I don't like to speak for other people, but if, at the risk of doing so here with Jimmy, I feel like I know exactly what he meant. And it was just the blatant injustice that was taking place. Something that I can't imagine. When I first saw this, I could not imagine this happening anywhere where I lived. I could not imagine the laziness put into the investigation. I could not imagine the effort put into covering up the laziness, the effort put into covering up more cover-ups. All of this stuff was mind-blowing to me. And that's before I even really wanted to entertain the fact that there was corruption, or that Karen was even being framed. That was so far-fetched. The idea of this was so far-fetched to me. And it was interesting because, like, there was just I built an audience of people who felt the same way, and they just enjoyed seeing me go, wait a second, what the fuck is going on here, and go through exactly what they went through when they were first hearing about the case. And I really loved being around a bunch of like-minded people like this. And I still do. And I was so, what it did was it got me passionate about believing in something. And when you're passionate about something that you believe in, when you feel really passionate about something, you're inspired. And when you're an artistic person, such as Jimmy, you're inspired to express yourself in the ways that you know how to. And Jimmy knows how to by dressing up and by being funny and by coming up with characters and doing parodies. This is where Jimmy shines. This is what he does. This is how he expresses himself artistically. And so something this crazy made him feel so passionate that it inspired him to express himself. And I know exactly what he feels. I know exactly how it feels, because I did the same thing. I mean, every live stream you got out of me, and yeah, every petty stream. The petty streams are there because I don't like drama necessarily. I can accept the fact that it's there and use it to my benefit, so that it doesn't frustrate me and make me mad. But I don't particularly like it or enjoy it. But I'm not afraid to take something on head on. I'm not afraid to address something. I'm not afraid of people being like, oh my God. And I'm not going to just avoid something that I feel strongly about simply because people might go, oh my God, not the drama again. So, oh my God, Random Girl just randomly gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you, Random Girl. But the thing is like the petty streams are usually on people who turn out to be in this for the wrong reasons, who turn out to try to use people, and then behind the scenes, they're trying to destroy them. They're trying to go behind people's backs. They're trying to turn this person against that person. And for me, the petty stream is just once that person is exposed for who they are, we just have fun with them instead of being angry about it. But, and you know, and this is always going to happen, and I'm always going to feel the same way about it, and petty streams will continue, but I don't see how they're going to continue on Jess Machado specifically. I think I'm all Jess Machado'd out, if I'm being completely honest. You know, this is somebody who I have just, it's funny because like I've addressed it. I've addressed what I needed to address on it. You know, I think I had a great stream with Megan Fox. We had a blast. It was a lot of fun, you know, but I'm not going to lie. I felt like there was in the back of my mind, the subject matter that we were discussing was already something that I just really didn't have any more feelings about to address. Really, once in a while, you'll see me tweet something. I'll drop a comment here and there. But you know, this is somebody who's not going to change. And I'm not going to turn my passion for something that I found really inspiring. I'm not going to take that energy and put it towards the hatred of someone, because I don't hate Jess Machado. I really don't. I don't like her, but I haven't for a long time. You know, I've not always, but for a long time, I've kind of seen her for who she was, but I didn't think that she would be so blatantly outright about it. And it occurred to me, and I've said this for weeks now, she loves this shit. She loves this shit. She genuinely feeds off of negativity. She loves it. And you guys that hate her so much, now me, you've never heard me say, don't listen to Jess Machado. You've never heard me say, don't fucking subscribe to her, unsubscribe, blah, blah, blah. You never heard me do that. Because honestly, I don't give a shit if Jess Machado makes money or not. And if I'm leaning one way, I'm hoping she does. I'm leaning more towards I'm hoping that she does, because I respect anybody's fucking hustle. The fact of the matter is if she could pull off making money and making a living off of people hating her fucking guts, dude, who's the sucker here? Because it certainly isn't her. Because I haven't seen her views go down one bit. I've seen her subscribers go down. Hell, my subscribers are down. You think I'm sweating subscribers? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I've got 900 people in here watching me right now, and I don't want to let these people down. That's why I'm addressing this and talking about it right now. Because I don't want to continue just feeling uninspired and going blank and not going live and not talking with you guys and hanging out with you guys. I don't want to continue doing that. And I feel like Jimmy felt very similar. He just was having a tough time explaining it. And then people were getting all defensive at him. Like, because he talks about Nan. That's another one. You can't even compare. You can't compare Nan to Jess Machado, dude. You cannot compare the two. You can't. And I'm not going to get into why. But you can't compare the two. And, you know, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to talk about stuff unless it's fun. And I just have not been in a fun mood on YouTube, man. I have not felt inspired. I have not felt, you know, and that a lot of it has to do with me, you know. It does, most of it. It's definitely not anyone else's fault, you know. It's just the way things have kind of fallen into place, you know. But that's the thing is I don't, you know, like one thing I just don't know how to do, and I never have known how to do, is get up here and fake it. Never known how to do that. I've never been able to come up here and just be like, you know, oh, hey guys, what's up? Blah 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 blah. Oh, blah, 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 blah. I can't. I don't know how to do that shit. I've never been able to do that shit. I can't relate to people who could do that shit. God bless you if you can. You know. And so when I really don't have anything to talk about, man, I just don't come up here. You know, like, well, no, I mean, you're not doing, I mean, that's the whole thing. I'm just being honest with you guys. You know, I'm just being honest with you guys about, you know, like, that's all I'm doing here. I'm not saying, hey, there's a problem. I'm not even up here complaining. I'm just saying, you know, like where I'm at right now, the stuff that everyone is talking about, I'm either lost on or I'm fucking burnt out on it, you know? And so, you know, I just don't want you guys to feel like, you know what I mean? Like, you guys are my people. This is like my favorite thing to do. I want to continue for it to be my favorite thing to do, but I just don't want to. Like, I was feeling like, I swear to God, behind the scenes, like, I didn't even talk to Kaylin about this. Like, the only person that I felt comfortable talking to about this was Jimmy. Like, I called him up. Like, Jimmy's the kind of homie that you can do that with. I have a lot of other friends on here that I'm grateful to have that I could talk about other things with, but stuff like this, that like, you know, this is the kind of thing, that's the creator that I'm going to call on the phone and be like, dude, like, I'm feeling this kind of way, man. You know, like, I've been feeling this kind of way for a while now, dude. Like, you know, and he's like, dude, me too. You know, like, And so it's just like, when he kind of laid it out and then people were getting mad at him about it, it's just like, what do you want us to do here? How do you expect? I mean, we're here to be honest with you, Like, I mean, you guys, like, you expect me to be funny from time to time. I get that, because I'm a naturally funny person. Or at least some people think I am. But I feel like you would rather me be honest before that. Like you value more my honesty than that. And I feel like, why should Jimmy be any different? Liz 88, thank you so much. I didn't get to see Jimmy take a break. I promise the majority of us will be here. Your shows are quality. I prefer quality over quantity. You're respected and loved. We want you to be happy. I'm not talking about taking a break either. My point is that I will take a fucking break anyway. That's kind of my point. You know what I'm saying? Like I will just fucking not go live, I'm just telling you guys why I haven't been going live. Like before it was, Caleb was up here hanging out and we were just, it was us. It was our time, but then after that, it was just like, okay, well, now what, man? And the fact is it's like, there's so many things, before there were just always some new update. And here there is too. I just don't understand them. There's a fucking motion filed every fucking day. At least one in regards to the civil stuff, right? But which civil case is it? You know what I mean? I get lost and I have a hard time keeping up which civil cases. And, I know I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I understand that. I'm not ashamed to fucking say that, like you're talking to a guy, like all jokes aside, you're talking to a guy who doesn't even have a 9th grade education. Technically. I mean, technically I have a GED. Technically. But I mean, anybody can pass a fucking GED, any fucking buddy can do that. I mean, and man, thank God for like people like Boozy Beauty and Melanie Little who just fucking get this shit. You know what I mean? They just get it. And they have a great way of explaining it, But like the criminal stuff, I just don't, the criminal stuff, for some reason, I get it, But this stuff is just the GED was not hard, Madam Mayhem. Stop it. I mean, no, but like, listen, no, for real. I mean, I'm going to be real with you guys. I have legit learning disabilities. Legit. Right? The basic ADHD, all that shit, dyslexia, like, I mean, fucking name it. Right? Yeah, I had to have an IEP growing up all the time. But I'll be honest, there's also stuff that like in school, I would breeze through it. Like, and I didn't do the homework because it was just boring. It was just boring. But there was stuff that, like, if I'm sitting in class, I could just be like, yeah, this is fucking easy. This is fucking retarded. But I am not a school person. I've never had the patience. And I'm telling you, the civil shit is a lot for me to follow. It really is. It's hard to tell which case is which. Who's filing what motion and what motion for what? For what case? You know what I mean? So I get confused on that a lot. And then, you know, the petty streams, it's like, you guys, you know, I don't want to like I again, those are supposed to be fun. Like, to me, the Jess Machado stuff is just depressing at this point. It's just depressing. Like, I'm just like, Jesus Christ. Like, there's not one redeeming quality about her, and it's not even, you know, like if I'm making fun of, like, say, BLT, you know, like, there's something adorable about that dude. There just is, you know. Like, I actually kind of like BLT. There's always going to be a little part of me that likes BLT. Even Crawford, even though there's even less, but even him, there's going to be always a little part of me that likes those guys. There's always going to be a little part of me that likes the JFK and those guys, you know. There's always going to be a little part of me that likes those guys. Because at one point I did like those guys, you know, like, it didn't take Jess long for me to see that she was not a trustworthy friend. You know, it didn't take long at all. And at that point I was just like, yeah. There was even one time, I mean, I remember I think it was the last time I was in Boston. Might have been the last time. And we all met at this pizza joint after one of Aiden's hearings, right? We all met at this pizza joint. And the subject of her came up. And I was just like, I don't have anything against her. I just don't. I don't trust her at all, you know? And these were people who were like, I won't name who they were, but they were like, yeah, I totally get that. So it's just like, now it's just like, okay. And everything she's doing now, it's like she's building off of it. She's got these trolls that are just like it's, I mean, she's trying to make a name for herself as some sort of internet supervillain. And y'all are giving it to her. You know? Like, y'all are giving it to her. That's what's happening. It's not even deniable at this point. And I've contributed to this. Don't think that I'm not including myself in this. Inadvertently, I have contributed to this myself. But I am to the point where I'm just like, this is just, where's this go? Where's this going? You know? Like, she fits. I mean, no. And listen, there's no. I don't think it's fair to give Jolene any criticism on this, because Jolene, you got to understand, Jolene looked at this from an outside perspective. What Jolene did was provide validation for things that, besides a lot of humor, she provided validation for those of us who were like looking at this and going, I can't fucking believe this is the same person who we all liked, who we all saw as an ally for Aiden. You know, I can't believe that this is, you know, and people who didn't want to believe it. But when someone who's not even in our, doesn't even consider themselves part of our community, right, sees this from an outside perspective and then shines a light on it and then shows exactly why she thinks it's funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think if anything, it's like, okay, what that did was make us go, right, look at this shit. People who people who never even really followed Karen Read or got involved in the whole Karen Read Turtle Boy stuff, you know, people like, they're seeing this. Like Megan Fox just going, okay, like, what the fuck is going on here? You know? And my whole thing is, you know, my whole thing is, you know, the only reason I spoke up was because Baker was being slandered. And I didn't hear anybody else speaking up. And I'm not criticizing anybody for not doing that. I just felt like, okay, well, somebody should speak up, you know, so I did. But I don't think there's anybody at this point now that actually thinks that Baker is anybody with any credibility whatsoever, anybody worth their own fucking weight. Nobody actually believes that Baker is a deviant or a predator. You know what I mean? Like, nobody believes that. So that's it. That's all I gave a shit about. And why? Because she's not a credible person. So the world sees that she's not credible now. What else do you need? You know what I mean? Like, I certainly don't need to hang on every fucking word that she says from fucking 7 a.m. to fucking noon or whatever the fuck she's live. I certainly don't need to do that. Like, I get it. She's not gonna apologize. She's gonna double down, triple down, whatever. Okay. Everyone sees it. She's an asshole. You know? Wow, Stephanie Patterson, thank you so much. Burnout is real. Here for you. Negative people get us after a while. Once this passes, you will be okay. New perspectives in life with people we hang out with will have you feeling like there is way more to life. I get it. Done with the BS. Yeah, and you know, that's the thing is it's just, man, it's hard. Like, I kind of got, like I said, lost in the sauce. You know what I mean? Like, and you know, because I couldn't really fully understand what was happening in the stuff that really matters. You know, I let myself get distracted by other things, a little too distracted. Like, it's not that those things don't matter, but do they require as much attention as I've given them? You see what I'm saying? Like, that's all I mean by that. And man, you know, like, I'll if I got to, man, I'll just come up here, man, and we'll just talk like this and hang out, you know. Because I really, really genuinely love this community. I really do. And that's the irony is that when I do these petty streams, it's because there are people who exploited this community in some way, or you know, gave it a bad name in some way, or tried to anyway with their actions, or risked doing so. And so, you know, it's our way of feathering them in the square. You know what I mean? Because we love this community as much as we do. Dina, thank you so much. It's about the fight against corruption. Right. And again, man, you know, the fight against corruption is still happening. Why in the fuck is Robert Cosgrove not completely recused? Like, it makes no sense. Like the DA is no longer a part of Aiden's prosecution. The Norfolk County DA. Why is Robert Cosgrove still, and he just double talks his way just to stay in there? He gives no good reason as to why he's there. It's fascinating. Like it's fucking wild. So here's AJ arguing to get Robert Cosgrove fucking removed from anything Karen Reed. Okay, I agree with that. There should be nothing. Robert Cosgrove should have nothing to do with anything Karen Reed related whatsoever at all. It doesn't take being a being well educated on this civil case to see that. And I love that Doolin was the judge here. I fucking love that. Oh, wait a second. We haven't done it yet, folks.
Oh, here we go.
I think we got a super dad. Super dad. I think we got a super dad. Super dad. Super dad. Super dad. Dad, 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 dad. I think we got a super dad.
How dare you?
Cashy, thank you so much. X is a horrible space. Signed up for a week. I had to delete the app. Very little positive post, if any. You were not wrong. It's fucking crazy. Like, X is the most negative cesspool of shit that I have ever seen. The Dina Warchal, thank you so much. Members for 10 months. Thank you, Dina. Cosgrove, give it up. You cuck. Yeah, X is just fucking gross. Now, people, stop what you're doing right now. Go give Trial Channel a like. I love Doolin, bro. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I love me some Doolin.
Next matter does not have a docket number. It's a matter regarding search warrant. In this case of Commonwealth of Cameron Reed.
Good morning, Your Honor. Excuse me. Good afternoon, Your Honor. Robert Cosgrove for the Commonwealth. Good morning.
You got a phone. You got to take it outside the courtroom, please. Hey, Mr. Cosgrove.
You're already pissing. You're already pissing my man Doolin off, bro. Come on now.
Hi, Mr. Ribos. How are you? Good afternoon, Your Honor. Attorney Ben Herbalist for Ms. Reed. Okay.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Alan Jackson on behalf of Ms. Reed's interests.
Good afternoon.
Nice to see you.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Evan Volk on behalf of Ms. Reed. Okay. Good afternoon. Let me just talk you up and side just for a second. Mr. Jackson, the floor is yours. Go right ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate the time and the court accommodating us this morning for the this afternoon, I should say, for the purpose of talking about what we filed. I'm gonna try not to be repetitive, but I do want to address.
Yo, Trial Channel fucking killed it, dude. Trial Channel killed it, bro. Yo, make sure to go give them a like. Hype this video up too. Go hype it. Because Trial Channel, like, they split both the Law Girls Not Attorneys and the Zoom. Like, they spliced this together. It was just really well done.
In no small part, the opposition that the Commonwealth has filed, and really our motion comes down to a single promise and a single breach of that promise. The promise was independence. That's how we got here. Mr. Cosgrove was appointed on the promise of complete independence from the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office, and on February 19th in this courtroom, the special prosecutor, I think, slipped and admitted in his own words that the promise had been broken. Everything else in the Commonwealth's opposition, as I read it, is an effort to sort of talk past that fact. And I want to address that in no small part in some order. And I want to start with the standing issue. That's where the Commonwealth leads in their opposition, and I want to lead in my response to that opposition. The Commonwealth's lead argument is basically the conflict. In as much as it might exist, it belongs to Aidan Kearney, not to Karen Reed. It's a clever argument. I can hand it to Mr. Cosgrove for leading with that because it is clever, but it's also wrong. The warrant doesn't exist in the abstract. It exists because the Commonwealth has advanced a theory, a stated theory on the record, that basically Karen Reed potentially engaged in some sort of witness intimidation. That's the foundation for what the Commonwealth has suggested precipitated the warrant in the first place. And it's on the strength of that, what we believe is a very flawed and a false theory. They went to a judge of the court and they said, we need a warrant naming her, Karen Reed, and they seized her phones And today, in this moment, the special prosecutor is actively litigating to keep her phone away from her, out of her possession. So in terms of standing, when the Commonwealth stands up and says Karen Reed is basically a stranger to this conflict, she has no standing, this is Aidan Carney's conflict, that's simply not true. I'd ask the court to inquire a few questions of Mr. Cosgrove. Whose phone is it that's at issue? Whose name is on the warrant? Whose privacy is on that device? That's not Karen Reed borrowing Mr. Carney's grievance. That's Karen Reed asserting, in the most direct way that she possibly can, her own interests that the law recognizes. The interest in her property, which the government seized and is improperly holding.
Right.
The legal standards and why we're here. Let's be clear about what the governing law is at the outset, because the entire Commonwealth's opposition depends on the court and in hopes of the court applying the...
And you got to think, because it doesn't take an attorney to fucking realize that the real fucking problem with all of this shit, Karen Reed was acquitted, dude. Why the fuck are they still trying to look into her phones? So every little fucking thing like this is frustrating. Every single little detail that happens like this after the fact that Karen Reed was acquitted. She went through 2 trials. A lot of this shit shouldn't even be a question. People should be fucking shuffling over themselves trying to figure out how to make things right with this woman. Considering that the evidence that she had versus the lack of evidence that the Commonwealth had.
Wrong legal standard, which I'm sure it is not want to do. The right one is in place. When the right one is in place, the entire argument by the Commonwealth falters. The rule for prosecutorial disqualification, and I say that with an emphasis on the word prosecutorial because I'm going to get to a point that Mr. Cosgrove cites in his moving papers that is incorrect citation and incorrect application of the law. The rule for prosecutorial disqualification in this Commonwealth is told to us by a couple of cases that we cited in our moving papers and the court has in front of it, PISA and Ellis. And it's not ambiguous in the least. PISA versus PISA versus Commonwealth deals with prosecutorial conflicts of interest that are treated with absolute strictness. And the words matter. No showing of prejudice is necessary by Ms. Reed at all. The court does not weigh whether actual harm resulted. It does not weigh whether actual prejudice exists. We don't have to show any of that. The law does not ask whether the conflicted party, in fact, changed any outcome. We don't have to show that. And Ellis completes that rule by saying that a prosecutor's discretionary choices have to be, and this is the important part of that language, completely and utterly unaffected by any private interest in fact, or, and this is the big whopper, in appearance. It's those 2 words that I want to focus on for a quick second. In appearance. That phrase is the whole case. The law does not ask whether the special prosecutor, whether Mr. Cosgrove was actually influenced by Mr. Morsi or anybody else in the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office. It asks very simply whether the public, looking at this arrangement, can have utter confidence that he was not in any way influenced by the DA's office.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and answer that, AJ. There's no fucking way. Everyone here thinks that Robert Cosgrove prosecuting Turtle Boy is with Michael Morrissey right in Cosgrove's ear. Because for one simple reason and one simple reason alone, Michael Morrissey is the only one with an interest in the prosecution of Aidan Carney, a.k.a. Dr. Turtle Boy. Cosgrove doesn't give a fuck about Aidan Carney. Dina, thank you so much. They don't want to hand over Karen's phone because then it will reveal the Norfolk DA did shitty shit with her phone. Right. Right. Like right now, AJ's basically arguing, and I completely agree with him. He's arguing like, fuck this. This is stupid. Give my client her shit back because she has nothing to do with this fucking already a fucking sham of a fucking prosecution. Why? Like the fact that they're dragging her into this is proof that much more that it's a sham. And that's not even his argument. That's my argument. But that's not AJ's argument. AJ's argument is, what the fuck are we even doing here? What the fuck is, why do they have her phone? And the fact of the matter is everyone believes. His argument is that the public does not have faith. The public does not believe that he is not acting in the interest of the DA's office. We don't believe that. There's too many reasons not to fucking believe it. Because the shadiest of shit has taken place in the prosecution of Aiden Dr. Turtleboy Carney, Mr. Media. The shadiest of shit. 2 words. Lindsay Gatuni. 2 more words. Kate Peter. Give me a fucking break. Tolia Bukaki all over this bullshit, who were directly involved in the framing of an innocent woman, Karen Reed. But this is all a coincidence, right? This is all a coincidence that the DA is not even involved in the prosecution of Dr. Turtleboy. The DA is not even involved. And we're to believe that Robert Cosgrove is just moving forward with this as a special prosecutor just because, hey, why not, dude? Right? Right.
In other words, the law asks a very, very clean question, Judge Doolin, and the answer is very clearly as clean. It is no. The public cannot have that confidence. And I ask the public to just hold that law in the back of its mind for a second as I talk about the next point of the argument, which is the actual indications, the evidence of the breach of that promise. And this is because of the facts of the case. There is a breach because of the facts, and the facts are not very friendly to Mr. Cosgrove's position. And they're also not in dispute because they came right out of the special prosecutor's mouth. On February 19th, from the podium, Attorney Cosgrove told the court that he would basically sit down with the district attorney's office.
Now,
he was going to go through.
I'm a little lost on something here, folks, so bear with me. Okay, so help me out a little bit. I'm a little. So right now, AJ is arguing that Robert Cosgrove be removed from what? Aiden's case? AJ doesn't represent Aiden, so how could he do that? He's especially appointed prosecutor in what? He's not prosecuting Karen Reed. The YouTube community. What's up next, witness? Okay, so anything having to do with Karen's case. Okay. Well, right. So, but the thing is Michael Morrissey, supposedly, since he's a special prosecutor, he doesn't answer to the DA. He's a specially appointed prosecutor, Robert Cosgrove. That means that he is acting as a lone wolf here, prosecuting, and he's representing the Commonwealth. But he's not working for the DA.
All of their options, they would weigh the pros and cons of all their options and discuss those pros and cons and then get back to the court in due course. His actual language is this, and I'll quote him. Quote, "I'd like to take some time to look at Judge Krupp's decision and to meet with the district attorney's office, the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office. I intend to do that within a week or so and discuss with them our various options. And are we going to give the cell phone back? Are we going to move for reconsideration? Are we going to file a notice of appeal? And when I've done that, I'll get back to you as soon as possible," end quote. Those personal pronouns and the possessive pronouns used in that phraseology in that paragraph are not of insignificance.
They're not.
Who is the we? Who is our options? Who's the our in those sentences?
Right.
Obviously, it's in perfect context.
Him and Morrissey.
Cosgrove, and it's the Norfolk District Attorney's Office.
Right.
In an unscripted and what I would consider to be a pretty unguarded moment, Mr. Cosgrove betrayed exactly what's going on here and who's really prosecuting this case, and I put prosecuting in quotation marks, but who's advancing or forwarding this case against in terms of the search warrant against Miss Reed, isn't investigating Miss Reed. They are investigating Miss Reed. He isn't holding her phone. They are holding her phone. And he said the quiet part out loud. They're improperly holding the phone together because they're coordinating together. And those are his words, not my words. According to Mr. Cosgrove, he could not and was unwilling to independently make it.
Bro, can we talk about fucking Doolin here, bro? Like, I love Doolin so much, dude. It's stupid April. What's up? Thank you. I don't think there's a case number for whatever this is because it's just an argument over the phones. So Cos shouldn't even be able to argue to search them. Well, right. It's weird that he even gets to argue to search them. Like, it's weird. The whole fucking thing is weird. Like, I guess that's why I'm just kind of like, I don't even get why AJ has to argue this. This is like, when I think of AJ, dude, I think of AJ on a fucking plane. I think of AJ on a fucking aeroplane flying across the fucking country for shit like this. You know what I'm saying? Like going through security at a fucking airport for shit like this. That's what I think of. Busy Bee gifted a membership. Thank you so much. That's, I mean, so I'm just like, I'm blown away by any, you know, and fucking Doolin, man, like just look at him. He does not want to be there. He does not want to be there.
Any decision in front of the court what to do about Judge Krupp's very unequivocal order to return Ms. Reed's phone unless and until he met with the district attorney's office. He explained on the record what needed to happen before he could make that decision. And I'll just repeat it very quickly. Are we going to give Ms. Reed's cell phone back? Well, the unanswered part of that question is, I can't make that decision, Judge, without speaking to the DA's office to find out what they want to do. Number two, are we going to for reconsideration? Who's we? Him and then the district attorney's office. That's who he.
I mean, AJ's just breaking this shit down. Like, I mean, it's easy. There's a lot being said in that very short little email. Liz88, thank you so much. I've never heard you tell your chat to unsub anyone. Thank you so much. No, yeah, I don't think I ever have.
He's referring to. The unspoken answer to that question is, I don't know. I got to check with the DA. The third question he posed, are we going to file a notice of appeal? Again, the unspoken answer was, I can't decide that, Judge, not today, because I need to first sit down with the DA's office and figure out what our various options are.
Right.
It couldn't be any clearer. This is with the completely walled off Norfolk District Attorney's Office, the conflicted office, the office headed by an alleged, a self-described victim of Ms. Reed, Mr. Michael Morrissey. He was the authority Mr. Cosgrove admitted he needed to go to before he could make any other decisions. And there's no other way to read his words. The fact is, he was not authorized, obviously not authorized to make any strategic decision about Ms. Reed and her phone until he got prior approval from the very office that was the subject of the conflict. And that's the problem. It's not a good look for the DA's office. It's not a good look for the Commonwealth. It's not a good look for Mr. Cosgrove. And appearance, when I use those words guardedly, it's not a good look because appearance means everything in this case, as we'll see. So Mr. Cosgrove, in his moving papers, he sees the problem, obviously.
Thank
He's a
you,
very
Liz.
intelligent gentleman, a very good lawyer. He sees the problem in the accidental admission, and so he tries for an escape route. His claim now is, no, I was just notifying. I was indicating that I would notify the DA's office about what I intended to do. Except, Judge, that's not what he said. He said, I can't decide until I meet with him and we discuss our various options. That doesn't sound like informing anybody of anything. Certainly doesn't sound like informing anybody of a decision that's already been made. I think the court would agree with that. Rather, it sounds like a conversation inviting everybody to weigh in. Everybody is invited to the table. Let's talk about strategy. Then, Judge, I'll get back to you. Mr. Cosgrove actually showed us what's really going on behind the closed doors that we suspected all along. So who's really advancing this case?
Right. Who's pulling the strings?
Maya Angelou once said, when someone shows you who they really are, believe them the first time. That is a poignant and pointed statement that I refer the court to just to say, if someone says something in an unguarded moment, you got to sort of put some stock into it. You got to believe them.
What are you looking to disqualify Mr. Cosgrove from? Any involvement in the Reed?
Okay. Right. Okay. Thank you, Doolin, because that's what I want to know. That's actually my question, Judge Doolin. That is almost exactly my question, Judge Doolin.
Cell phone issue,
Yeah.
or also, do you believe that you have standing in the case of Commonwealth versus Adam Carney?
So that's a very good question. I wrote my
Adam
notes. I was gonna
Canny?
ask you, what do you want me to disqualify from?
That was pretty good.
That is the question. It really is.
Adam Canny? Fucking Doolin.
Yes. In answer to your question pointedly, he should not, Mr. Cosgrove, and like I said, seems like a kind gentleman, very good lawyer, but he cannot advance the case having anything to do with Karen Reed. Why? Because
It's true, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie. The thing is like, do I think that Cosgrove is a shitbag for doing what he's doing? Yeah, I do. But I don't think that he feels one way or the other about it. And yet, I think, like, for some reason, like, overall, I can't help but feel like the dude overall is just a nice old man. You know what I mean? Like, I can't hate Robert Cosgrove. I can't do it. Maybe it's because I've had so many nice conversations with him on the phone. I'm saying I can't hate the guy. Even though it's like, I want to know, like, I wish I was a fly on the wall when he's fucking on a phone call with whoever the fuck is pulling his strings. When Michael Morrissey's pulling his strings, let's just be fucking honest. Come on, like Michael Morrissey. I mean, he's the only one that has anything to gain from this. It's just so weird to see a judge sitting there going, like, when we're going through something that's obviously a sham. Like, in the grand scheme of things, I don't give a fuck what you say. In the grand scheme of things, it's a sham. This is a big fucking sham. I may not understand all the ins and outs of it, but considering the fact that Karen Reed did not hit anybody with her car, and considering the fact that Aiden Carney did not intimidate witnesses, then I'd say that everything involving these things is a fucking sham. This is all this is. Like, just taxpayer dollars. That's what Doolin is sitting there leaning on his fucking hand looking at, is just watching taxpayer dollars just fucking going down the fucking drain. This is insane. What's up, Ray? Good to see you, homie.
because the investigation, as it is, for whatever that investigation is, the only insight I have, the only crystal ball I can rub, has something to do with this search warrant. So he should have nothing to do with advancing the search warrant. He should be removed altogether because the DA's office is removed altogether. And if, in fact, to answer the next question the court might have, if in fact there's another special prosecutor that would be assigned to this case, God forbid, to complicate matters more, that person should have no communication, no contact with Mr. Cosgrove, nor the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office.
Right. No contact whatsoever. Donna, thank you so much for the $10 Venmo. Cossie is corrupt, she says. All right. I mean, obviously, I like Cossie, though.
And who should appoint that person?
That's the $64,000 question, Judge.
Right.
I don't believe that person can be appointed. I believe that this
Who the fuck can appoint this special prosecutor? Do you know why you can't appoint another special prosecutor? Because it would have to be the DA who does it. And if the DA is no longer involved in the case, then who the fuck is going to appoint him? Who the fuck's going to appoint the special prosecutor to prosecute what is clearly a sham of a case? Look at Doolin's fucking face. That is the face of a judge who knows that this whole fucking thing is a sham. You know what I'm saying? And AJ has to litigate this shit. AJ has to sit there and litigate around this shit. AJ has to sit there and be like, that's the $64,000 question. Who should fucking... I feel like Doolin asked him that just for fucking shits and giggles. I feel like Doolin just asked AJ that question just for fucking sheer personal fucking entertainment. Stephanie Patterson, thank you so much. I've never seen a judge listen like this to any attorney, much less AJ. Makes me feel like he isn't listening and he knows what is happening next. And I like this judge. I think sham. Yeah, but I mean, no, like that. I think that Doolin sees that AJ is just a rock star fucking attorney. Like he's looking at an attorney who makes a lot of money and goes, that's why he makes a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Like this judge knows his shit. He knows his way around a fucking good lawyer, and AJ's a good fucking lawyer. You know what I mean?
God forbid, to complicate matters more, that person should have no.
I gotta see.
Whatever.
Let me see Doolin's fucking reaction to what AJ's saying here, because this shit is rich as fuck. This is like fucking hot fudge at Ted Drew's.
Whatever that investigation is, the only insight I have, the only crystal ball I can rub, has something to do with this search warrant. So he should have nothing to do with advancing the search warrant. He should be removed altogether because the DA's office is removed altogether. And if, in fact, to answer the next question the court might have, if, in fact, there's another special prosecutor that were to be assigned to this.
The next question that the court might have, he's already calling balls and strikes. He's already.
Case, God forbid, to complicate matters more, that person should have no communication, no contact with Mr. Cosgrove, nor the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office.
And who should appoint that person?
That's the $64,000 question, Judge.
See what I mean? I feel like Doolin asked him that just because he likes listening to AJ. He likes AJ. You know what I mean? Dude, like we've seen how Doolin is with the mighty one, Mark Betterow. We've seen it. We've seen it so many times. We love it. It's in Nurse Kim's intro. Mr. Betterow. Like we've seen it a million times. There's he loves Bradle. There's always a good morning. There's always a really warm good morning or good afternoon. Always, always, always. And I think that Doolin knows that this is all bullshit. I think he sees it for what it is. And he's just making it entertaining for himself while he goes through the motions.
I believe that person
Literally
can be appointed. I believe that this has run its course and that the district attorney...
You see his face right there? Watch when AJ says, I believe it's run its course. Watch Doolin's face. Right here, bro.
Can be appointed. I believe that this has run its course. And
there it is. Boom.
Appointed.
Watch him again.
I believe that this has run its course. And that...
Tell me Doolin doesn't fucking agree. Tell me Doolin does not completely agree with AJ's sentiment right there that I believe this has run its course. Yeah. Because here's the thing. The prosecution of Aidan Carney is fucking bullshit. This judge knows it. Street Squirrel, my homie, just gifted 5 fucking memberships, people. This judge knows it. He sees it. He knows it. This is all about how many times has he heard Bradle argue the First Amendment? How many times has he heard Cosgrove get up there? We're talking about Judge Doolin right here. This guy right fucking here. How many times have we watched this guy listen to Cosgrove talk his way around something a million times until they set another court date to cover another motion? For some fucking reason, the state of Massachusetts wants Aidan Carney's case to go to trial. Why the fuck? I have no idea. But they want this thing to go to trial.
The district attorney's office was supposed to do what it wished to do by hiring an independent special prosecutor. Unfortunately, that independence was magnificently breached, not in a small way, in a big way, in the biggest of ways. And so I think the district attorney's office is not in a position to say, okay, well, I'll do it again. I'll take a mulligan on the first one, and I'll do it again and appoint a second special prosecutor. That search warrant should be dead on arrival because Judge Krupp said the phone has to be returned. The only reason that Mr. Cosgrove is even following this thread, pulling this thread, is in no small part. As a matter of fact, I would say it's in almost total part because the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office did not want that phone returned.
Okay, let me call upon Mr. Cosgrove.
Of course.
Yeah, Mr. Cosgrove, go right ahead, sir.
Bro, first of all, AJ, homie. Now, we are going to hear from Cosgrove, but Cosgrove only gets applause. Cosgrove only gets applause when he calls in. Okay, when he calls into the show, that's when he gets applause. Other than that,
Mr. Cosgrove, go right ahead, sir.
He gets booed, bro. Yeah, that's not okay. Yeah.
Well, Your Honor, let me begin where Mr. Jackson began with the discussion of standing. And Mr. Jackson made a wonderful argument that his client has standing to litigate the possession of her telephone. He made a terrific argument that she has standing to challenge the search warrant. But I heard no argument.
Thank you, Sans.
As to what standing she has to raise the alleged conflict of independent counsel, because there is no conflict. Obviously, as I pointed out before, the district attorney just went through 2 trials with Ms. Reed.
Right.
They were not conducted by a special prosecutor, with the one exception of the special prosecutor for the second trial, Mr. Brennan, who worked hand in glove with the personnel from the DA's office. So it seems to me, Your Honor, that Ms. Reed has no standing because there is no conflict. Even if I were consulting with the DA's office on my every move, which I am not, I don't see that there would be a problem. I have yet to hear what Mr. Morrissey's personal interest or conflict is in this case. It was represented in the papers that were filed that he was a victim. And I heard Mr. Jackson.
He's a victim. How was Michael Morrissey a victim exactly? Except of his own hostage video? How? What in the shit are you talking about right now, dude?
Describe him as a self-described victim. I can use the word described twice in one sentence. I don't know when or where or if he actually made that statement or what the context was, but certainly there has been no indictment that I am aware of or charge or whatever listing Mr. Morrissey as a victim in any way.
What are you talking about right now? Look at Doolin. Doolin's like. Look at Doolin, bro. Hold on. You just got to look at Doolin.
Charge or whatever, listing Mr. Morrissey as a victim in any way of this case.
Look at Doolin, bro. Doolin gives no fucks. He knows this is all bullshit.
I have to say, as I listen to Mr. Jackson recharacterize my comments, I can't make that decision. I can't decide that. They do seem quite damning. The only problem is those aren't the comments that
Doolin couldn't take it anymore. Like he's pissing into a Gatorade bottle right now, like under the desk.
I made. I made the comments that I made. They're a matter of record. They were quoted in the initial filing. They were quoted in my filing. I submitted an affidavit explaining what actually happened. Credibility of that affidavit is, of course, to your honor, and I'm not going to argue it.
Shut up! Oh my God!
I will only say about Pisa and Ellis that if your honor looks at the facts of those two cases, they are totally divorced from anything that's before your honor today.
What was the issue with Ellis? I just read Pisa when Mr. Jackson quoted it. What was the issue on Ellis, the recusal?
If I remember correctly, Your Honor, since I've read it, it had to do.
I have to have a movement.
Some illegal behavior by police officers that the district attorney was involved with. But I apologize for not being more on top of it, but I will take a look at it and if you wish files.
I'll read the case, but I was just curious.
I do want to comment on Mr. Jackson's response to Your Honor's question, which he apparently was well prepared for and anticipated. Are you asking me to disqualify Mr. Cosgrove on the Kearney case or just on this matter? And I think the correct answer, Your Honor, is it really doesn't make any difference. Because if Your Honor finds that I have an
Did Kasi just go into full fuck it mode? Is that what just fucking happened? Did Kasi just go into full fuck it mode? And did Doolin just go, did he just go into full fuck it mode? Hold on. Let's hold on. Because I gotta play that again because I can't believe my fucking ears.
Mr. Cosgrove on the Kearney case or just on this matter. And I think the correct answer, Your Honor, is it really doesn't make any difference. Because if Your Honor finds that I have an ethical conflict.
It really doesn't make a fucking difference, bro. Like, I mean, the Kearney case or like all things Karen Reed as far as the fucking phones. Who gives a fuck? I mean, whatever you decide, Your Honor. I mean, off the case. Listen, I can't quit this fucking case. You have to kick me off the fucking case. Judge Doolin, do it. Fucking do it. Please. Please. Please, I will get under there. I will drink that fucking Gatorade bottle. I swear to God. I will get under that fucking desk and I will drink that fucking Gatorade bottle, please. He wants to be kicked off this shit so bad. He wants poor Kasi just wants to fucking retire and chill, dude. This is the saddest shit in the world.
Of interest and can't serve in this case. I think that counsel for Mr. Kearney will be in court tomorrow morning, waiving your decision. saying the Commonwealth has had a full and fair chance to argue the situation, and it should be applied res judicata. So I think that's going to be the bottom line, one way or the other. Right.
What?
Finally, Your Honor, I'd like to comment on the credibility of the other side in this case.
The other side.
My attention was recently given to a video recording of the March 18th, 2025 second trial of Karen Read. And I observed the video on the internet. Therein, a justice of this court made the following oral findings, and I'm going to quote them, and I'll submit an affidavit upon the completion of doing so, because I'm going to skip over
findings.
a lot of factual details that aren't particularly relevant here. In open court, Judge Cannoni said, based on all the evidence, I conclude that the candor required by all lawyers has not been demonstrated here. I find there have been repeated misrepresentations made to the court by defense counsel.
Is this the grave concerns? Is this grave concerns?
And I conclude that they were deliberate.
Is he playing the oldie, the grave concerns oldie?
They were made in sidebar, in open court, and in pleadings. And after going through some of the details, she says, I find that there was a material misrepresentation and that it was deliberate. Candor with the court is as essential as the bedrock.
Look at Doolin's face. Doolin's face clearly says, what the fuck does this have to do with anything that we're talking about here?
What the fuck are you talking about?
I mean, what? Look at Doolin's face.
Candor with the court is as essential as the bedrock obligation of all lawyers to appear in this court and all courts in Massachusetts.
Doolin's not having that
comments
shit.
Were made with respect to Mr. Jackson and the colleagues from his firm who filed the motion and affidavit and did the oral argument before the court today. And I would ask the court to consider that finding with respect to the credibility of the defense findings. And I will close with the words of Mr. Jackson: when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time.
Wow.
And I have a copy.
So wait a second. Hold on. This motherfucker, his whole approach to this, to quote Cannoni, was his big fucking gotcha. He was sticking the landing with the whole when someone shows you who they are, believe them. Wow.
Thank you.
AJ, I know you ain't going out like that, dog. I know you ain't going out like that, homie. Come on now.
Sure.
Yeah, just grab me the book. All right. Mr. Jackson, I take it by the fact that you've risen that you wish to respond.
I would like very briefly
No, go ahead.
to speak to a couple of issues. I find it rich that a member of the bar who doesn't like what his own facts represent decides to take a personal shot at opposing counsel. That's I think that's beneath Mr. Cosgrove's dignity. It's certainly beneath the court's dignity. The court doesn't have any idea, because it wasn't sitting in the courtroom along with Judge Cannoni, what the circumstances of those comments were. And certainly Mr. Cosgrove has absolutely equally no idea what those comments were. and it's offensive, but it also is very telling. It's extraordinarily transparent.
Very telling and transparent.
If you don't have the facts on your side, then you argue the law. If you don't have the law on your side, then you argue the facts. And if you don't have the law on your side or the facts on your side, just attack opposing counsel.
I thought you were supposed to bang the table. That was the old saying, anyway.
Yes, exactly.
But the bang the table.
Everybody in the courtroom can see that. It's a little bit of an act of desperation, and I appreciate the cleverness and the desperation that Mr. Cosgrove shows. But it is a
hyperbole
moment for why we're here today. So no, to answer the court once again, I am not suggesting I take no position on Mr. Cosgrove's further investigation or prosecution as it relates to Aidan Carney. That is not my position. He is not my client. But what I am concerned with is his position in terms of the search warrant and any further investigation into Karen Read. And I find it almost nearly shocking, if I can use that word, that Mr. Cosgrove would stand up and say, there's no conflict.
Go right ahead.
Even were I to consistently consult with the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office, that would represent no harm. There's no big deal. Your Honor, if it was no big deal that he consult with the conflicted Norfolk County District Attorney's Office over the issues attendant to witness intimidation that is focused on Aidan Carney and concomitantly focused on Karen Read because of what he says may have been an agreement between and among them, then the question is begged, why was he ever appointed in the first place? Focused on Aidan Carney and concomitantly focused on Karen Read because of what he says may have been an agreement between and among them, then the question is begged, why was he ever appointed in the first
That totally reminds me. First of all, we must internalize the flatulation of the matter by transmitting the effervescence of the Indonesian proximity in order to further segregate the crux of my venereal infection.
If there's no issue with conflict, why was he appointed? Why is he getting paid taxpayer dollars? He was appointed because Mr. Morrissey recognized that there was a potential conflict because Mr. Morrissey is a titular victim, a potential victim of the...
All of this is like some weird way of just acting like that's not what's happening. That's what's so fucking bizarre, is like seeing this setting here, this courtroom, Judge Doolin sitting there, Cosgrove arguing absolutely fucking nothing, also in full fuck it mode at the same time. Doesn't give a fuck. Like, he's not arguing his case at all. He's just shitting all over AJ just for the sake of shitting all over AJ. Like, hey, I like Doolin too. Let me just try to make him laugh. Like, that seems to be, nobody here seems to give a fuck about actually prosecuting Aidan Carney at all. Now, I realize that this hearing has really nothing to do with Aidan Carney. He's just kind of an element in what we're talking about here. A major one, but an element nonetheless. Hey, what's up, Megan Fox? It's good to see you. So AJ, Alan Jackson is trying to argue because for some reason Norfolk DA has Karen Read's phone. They're trying to connect her with the witness intimidation thing with Turtle Boy, right? But the DA, the Norfolk County DA has been disqualified from the Turtle Boy prosecution, right? So Robert Cosgrove is a special prosecutor, and he's the one arguing for Karen Read's devices and keeping the devices. But the DA doesn't even fucking need them for anything. Like, so why does he want the devices? For what? And so basically AJ is trying to argue that there's no reason for Robert Cosgrove to have anything to do with Karen Read or anything to do with Karen Read. Bullshit. It's all done. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? So that's basically what AJ's arguing. Nobody seems to give a fuck. Like, because I mean, the thing is it's really funny because it takes something like this. Think about this. This is fascinating because this hearing right here that's taking place, that is not an Aiden Carney Turtle Boy hearing, but is very telling of the prosecution of Aiden Carney, aka Turtle Boy. Let's just be fucking honest here. It's fascinating. Think about that shit for a second. This hearing is not about Turtle Boy at all, right? But yet it's very telling as to the prosecution and how important it is. It's very telling as to what a waste of fucking time and taxpayer money and resources it is. It's very telling. And AJ's arguing this simply by arguing the fact that they don't need Karen's phones. By simply arguing that fact. By simply arguing Cosgrove is a fucking, like, why the fuck? He's still acting on behalf of DA Morrissey. This is bullshit. She's already beaten DA Morrissey in court twice. She's already done it. And by arguing this fact, he is inadvertently arguing Aiden's case to the public, showing the public, what the fuck are we doing here? Why are they even prosecuting Aiden Carney? What the fuck is going on here? So this is actually excellent for Turtle Boy.
Very allegations he's investigating. And now Mr. Cosgrove is proverbially in bed and has been with the district attorney's office. That's the issue that we've got.
Right.
And Mr. Cosgrove's affidavit is equally flawed as his reasoning on that argument. His affidavit does not cure the problem. His affidavit is the problem. Consider what it actually offers. It's a sworn assurance from the very person whose assurance of independence is in question by his own words. The court doesn't have to find, and I'm gonna step up a little bit from the personal attacks and invectives. I don't think they're appropriate in the courtroom, and I'm not going to lower myself to engaging in those.
Like, he is inadvertently, he's arguing without arguing how absurd the prosecution against Aiden Carney is. That's what AJ's doing. He's not even doing it like on purpose. He might be that fucking damn good. You know what I mean? But like, it's not realistic because it doesn't serve his paying client anything. It doesn't serve her, or I'm saying it doesn't serve her to argue for Aiden. So I mean, you know, it just turns out that the prosecution against Aiden is so absurd that there's no way to argue this without showing how that is. You know what I mean?
The court doesn't have to find at the end of the day that there was actual prejudice or that there is actual prejudice against Ms. Reed or her interests. The court does not have to find that there's actual bad faith on the part of Mr. Cosgrove. Neither does the court, or neither does the law, require that the court find that anyone lied or anybody was mendacious. I'm not suggesting that. And the court doesn't have to find it. Or that he, in fact, made any decision that was on its face corrupt or conflicted. The court doesn't have to find any of that. The law is very clear, Judge, and that's why we're standing before you. It requires one thing. It requires independence in fact and in appearance, and that has been breached.
That
by
has
his own words,
clearly been breached by his
the
own
special
words.
prosecutor, Mr. Cosgrove, has indicated that the appearance of independence is gone. And for those reasons, the only remedy as it pertains to Ms. Reed's interests is to disqualify him from any further contact or connection with the search warrant ending the investigation related to witness intimidation.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you all for being here. I'll take it under advisement.
Fuck yeah,
Thank you, Your Honor.
bro.
Appreciate the time. Thank you.
That's why AJ makes the big bucks. Bro. That's why AJ plays pickleball with Billy Bush. It's a great day for pickleball. Okay, so who is Yeah, everybody's freaking out over this leak. Sorry, like I'm on X and I'm just like, come on, man. It's just one thing after the other. I'm just trying to find the other stuff. Now, let me address this. This is funny. Let me address this real quick. Because somebody posted this like it was some sort of gotcha. I thought it was really funny. And this is like an old clip. I don't even know which, but I opened the phones and this person called in.
Somebody been telling stories about me.
Yeah, depends who's telling it. I'd like to talk about how you're pushing the KP narrative as the CI and the informant, and we're forgetting Turtle Boy was doing the same thing with her. And we kind of want to get down to the brass tacks of everything that's happening in Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm.
And would you ask your friend Turtle Boy to come clean and say he was an informant too? Let the court know.
An informant to who?
KP was an informant for the Massachusetts State Police.
Okay.
Right.
And who was KP's partner back in the day?
Okay.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, that's something I don't know anything about. My knowledge of Turtle Boy goes as far back as when I started following this case.
Okay. Well, we all know different because we're from Massachusetts and you're not.
True.
Okay.
He's been on the Massachusetts police payroll, spinning and pinning low-level guys for a long time, just like KP. And now all of a sudden, we got to take it to trial.
That's fascinating.
And they're both
spinning and pinning low-level guys.
They're both informants.
That's fascinating.
Turtle Boy.
So I would assume that if you have proof of this information, you would write a blog and put receipts on it and publish it, right?
No, what we'd have Turtle do is tell the whole truth and nothing but, and stop wasting taxpayer money.
So you need him to confess to this because you don't have proof, correct?
We have all the proof, Big Will.
Okay. Well, Little Will, publish it.
I mean, so far here, I'm trying to.
We want to stop wasting tens of millions of dollars in this insanity that's been rocking our state.
Turtle Boy sat in jail for 60 days for your right to publish that proof. So what are you waiting for?
Right.
It was all a big game. He cut a deal with the other side. He did his 60 days outside of Gen Pop, and he was promised a movie deal that didn't happen. Of course, that's just my opinion.
Okay, so it's just your opinion. It's not fact.
Just like
and that's what the cops negotiated with, right? You sit in jail for 60 days, and we'll hook you up with a movie deal, even though we don't have the authority or the power to do that. But we're gonna hook you up with a movie deal. We're not gonna hook you up with anything else that's within our power to do, but we're gonna hook you up with a movie deal.
Like yours, just like his.
Yeah.
Because he gets all his news from.
Call from Catherine.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, this is Catherine.
Hi, Catherine.
Yeah. Needless to say, I got rid of that dude. And then somebody clipped it and like posted it. And I was just like, okay, well, thanks for the trip down memory lane. Speaking of which, the phone lines are now open, my friends. So I'm going to take some calls. See how you guys are feeling in these YouTube streets. Give us fucking McDonough. I love it.
Twat.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Call from.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Donald from Worcester.
Donald from Worcester. What's up, buddy? How are you doing, man?
Fantastic, Will Aguilera. How are you?
I'm doing great. Good to hear from you.
You there?
Yeah. It's good to hear from you. How are you doing?
Good. We're just counting down the days. It's like three weeks left.
3 weeks.
Weeks left. That's it, bro.
I love it, bro.
But this was I think it's coming to an end. Watching cause he's thrown in the towel without throwing in the towel, you know what I mean?
I mean, we've been saying that every single time he argues, you know, like, I mean, because he just shows signs of it, but it's like, it's so funny because, like, if it wasn't for the fact that I just want this to be done for Aiden, you know what I mean? If it wasn't for that, I'd be like here for it, you know? Like, I'm just like, dude, come on, man. I want more Kasi in fuck it mode. You know what I mean?
It is enjoyable, but it's got to come to an end.
Agreed.
I think it's coming to an end.
Yeah.
But it just drives you crazy because there's Kazi just in it for now for a few dollars and maybe to say, hey, California boy, we're Massachusetts lawyers. We have bigger dicks than you, but I'm out.
Yeah.
Anywho, it'll be fun next couple of days. It is a lot, like you were saying. There's so much going on. Even myself, it's like it's very complicated on the civil side, which I'm not familiar with at all. And there's little nuances here and rules here and this and that, and of course that's why the lawyers get the big dollars. But then again, the lawyers make all the rules. It's like, get this. It's crazy.
Like, I just refuse to just like, play the hearings and like just leave it playing and then, I just won't do that shit, man. You know what I mean? Like, I do this because I want to engage with my audience, and
yeah, you're a lot of fun. I said it before, way back when one of the first times I called in with like you and Aiden. And you're not lawyers. You're not scholars with degrees. You're just regular guys, regular people that can analyze stuff and get common sense and talk about it.
Yeah,
which makes your programs fantastic. And then wonderful people like Melanie and the DUI guy, the lawyers. Their analysis is what they do, and they can explain it to us. So I like it's well rounded. put it that way. So what you guys do and what they do, it's fantastic.
Yeah. I just been feeling so fucking, disenfranchised, I guess. You know what I mean? Because like I got lost on that. I got lost on all that shit, and I didn't like. I can't figure out where to pick up and follow it properly.
Yep.
All of it, and then not having that to talk about, and then having like all of the negative shit that's been taking place too. It just feels gross, you know what I mean? And then like I've just been avoiding going live, you know what I mean?
That you just said the word that I agree with you. Lately, it's just been gross.
Right. Right.
Like, are we all like kindergartners or first graders? There's so much stuff to talk about, and
I mean, because like I said, I understand. It's like when you're exposing someone, I get it. Like the community needs to see somebody for the person that she is. It's important, and they need that. But once that has taken place, and then it veers into let's just love to hate this person. I get lost, I can't do that. I can't just love to hate this person and just do, you know what I mean? Like I don't love to hate Jess Machado. You know what I mean? I don't.
No.
Like, and partly because I know that she loves being hated. She enjoys it.
Yeah. But it's also like what the people like that the cesspool of Twitter, as Melanie calls it, which we all look on and we're all on it, but it's just okay. You talk about someone who did something bad. You try and stand up for somebody who's good, and you have a little fun with it. But then again, okay, you did it. Move on. Are we going to stay? You're going to stay in that
right?
Pile? We're all adults here,
When I do it, it's coming from a place of preservation of the fucking community that we've all fell in love with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like, once it goes beyond that, it's like, okay, well, I don't have any interest. I don't want to like just sit there and drag people just because everybody just loves to hate that person. You know what I mean? Like that's boring.
Yeah. And it's also you don't want to be dragged into that's the other team, so to speak, that they say that is just nasty and gross and they have no facts, no thoughts, and they just attack and make stuff up, and it like you said, it gets gross.
Right.
But it was good to talk to you, my friend. In 3 weeks, I'll just be Mr. LaRange.
Dude. Nah, man.
Mr. Donald.
No way, man. No way. You're awesome, man. We appreciate you.
All right, bro. I'll talk to you again.
All right. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Donald from Rochester. You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Oh, hi, Will. Sorry about my dog. How you doing?
Doing good. Who's this?
This is Nadine from Chelsea, Mass.
Hey,
how you doing?
Nadine from Chelsea, Mass. Doing well.
That's right. We met at a fundraiser. I was the girl that won Who Knows Turtle Boy Best at the Wilbur. So I don't know if you remember me from that.
No. I met a lot of people at the Wilbur. That was a crazy experience.
It was the best. I can't wait for the next one. But I was the one that won. You don't remember, like, there were 3 girls up there? Okay, well, it doesn't matter. I just want to say you are not alone as far as the civil cases. I worked for attorneys just shy of 40 years, and I'm having trouble keeping up with it. And I did civil. But anyway, today, AJ slayed it. He slayed it.
He did.
It was great. I only wish I was down in Dedham today. And Causey, oh my God. This guy, I don't even understand what is wrong with Norfolk. What is wrong with Massachusetts? This is like a joke. They just bleed people dry over bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm just so sick of it.
Yeah, it's really crazy. It's a really, really like it's mind blowing to me how much you guys put up with there. But you guys, man, you guys have remained so like through this whole thing. You guys, like the people who've been showing up to court, and like all of you guys who are affected the most are the ones that you guys have been behaving fucking great. You guys have been just showing, like, setting an example of we're just people in Massachusetts who are sick of this, and we want change.
Oh, it's terrible.
And-
It really is.
And you've all been doing the most American thing you could do, which is just assemble and speak up.
Oh yeah. From day one. I never even heard of Turtle Boy before, but it came up in my feed about his first show in April 2023, if I'm not mistaken. And I was hooked in the first 5 minutes. And I live, breathe this case, Karen, Turtle Boy. It's like all over my feed. It's all I talk about. And I got a lot of people involved, into the case.
Yeah.
And it's very confusing in the beginning. But anybody who didn't follow from the beginning really missed out.
Yeah.
Because even that was all hard to follow, but there was just so much going on.
It was fascinating to see the growth in interest by the time the second trial came around.
Yeah,
it was crazy. Yeah, it was a hell of a thing to be a part of. Like it's something that I'm never ever going to forget.
Me either. I've never been an activist. I trusted cops. God forbid I ever get pulled over now. I'm calling 911 and I'm not stopping. Like, I have Karen Reed sweatshirts, t-shirts, everything. I never got a sticker for my car because I'm afraid.
Yeah.
I didn't, these cops, they scam me now. When I don't know. I mean, I'm 62 years old. I didn't live under a rock. I grew up in the hood. But, I grew up to believe that you're in trouble, you go to the cops. Yeah, no, not anymore.
Right. Yeah.
But
you want your kids to trust cops. You know what I mean? You want when you're trying to teach your kids independence, you want them to be able to. One of the first things you want to teach them is, hey, you run into trouble, you run to a cop.
Right. Well, my nephew is half black, and I worry every day for him. He's gotten pulled over many times and never a ticket. They just bust his balls. And it's so, driving black is a dangerous thing out there for kids, for anybody.
Well,
but
you got out there like Proctor, and like you got cops out there like them. I mean, that's a scary, scary notion.
It really is. I mean, I try not to think about it, but it's hard.
Right.
But he's a good boy, and he keeps his hands attended to, and doesn't give them any lip. But it's frightening. It really is.
Yeah.
But the other thing I want to say is, I adore you. I love my Aiden. I adore Karen, and this movement has been so wonderful. It just has. I've never been a part of anything like this in my life. And I love everybody I've met. I've met hundreds of people, and it's just, I just want to, I miss them all. But I'm going to Aiden's hearing on Monday, hopefully, and I get to see a few of them coming up, there. But
yeah, you could, Aiden could always use as much support as he can get. And has everybody signed up for the golf thing?
Honestly, Will, I don't golf.
I mean, don't think of it like that. Think of it as just like, it's just a bunch of people getting together and Aiden, he's not a golfer, like the idea is just to go out there, do the best you can, have a good time. You know what I mean?
true. But
And you're
honestly,
raising money. You're raising money for Aiden's defense. Beat these charges.
Right.
It's a good thing, man.
It is, and I do want to support him, but I never even like miniature golf, so forget regular golf.
Right.
And I wanted to volunteer, but they didn't. They don't have any of those things. But I try to support him, and it's in Paxton, Mass. I don't even know where the hell Paxton, Mass is.
You're asking the wrong guy.
I know, right? I have traveled hundreds and hundreds of miles just back and forth and to New Bedford for that fundraiser, which I sat with you there, but you don't remember me. How can you not remember me?
Yeah, man. I'm just, dude. I'm telling you, man. Like, golfing is hard, dude. Golf is hard, bro. Like, it's hard. I get it, but it's fun. You know what I mean? Like, if you're around, if you're playing with a bunch of people who don't know what the fuck they're doing either, it's fun. You know?
Oh, that could be fun.
Yeah.
I didn't think of it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I will.
Nobody out there
Maybe
knows
I
what the
will do
fuck they're
that.
doing. Yeah.
That's true. And I'll spend a fatty for the ride.
Yeah. Go sponsor.
cat.
Go sponsor a hole.
Oh, yeah, I could do that.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I know there's plenty of people that want to talk to you. I just wanted to say hello again.
All right, Nadine.
And, thanks for all you do, buddy.
All right. Thanks for calling. Appreciate you.
Okay. We'll see ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, like, yeah, it's an excuse to day drink.
Call from
You're on. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, how can I help?
Oh, is this
Like you
Will?
called a fucking customer service line. Yeah, it's Will.
I just wanted
How
to
can I
say-
help you? How can I make your day?
I literally just wanted to say hi. That's literally it.
Okay, so hi.
Okay. Bye.
Wow.
Have a good night.
All right, bye. That was weird. But, you know, she said literally, so far be it from me to make a fool out of her and have her misuse the word literally. So next.
call from
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Yeah, hey, Will, it's specially appointed prosecutor Robert Cosgrove.
Specially appointed prosecutor Robert Cosgrove, everybody.
How's it going there, buddy?
It's going well, sir. How are you?
Good, good. Did you see my ass arguing in court today? Not too shabby, huh?
You know, you fucking made a complete fucking ass of yourself, dude. Why
What
don't
are you talking about? That was a
just
good argument.
quit? Just quit. Like,
Oh, well, come
what
on.
are you doing?
We don't talk like this in private. You said I
Just
did a good job.
throw in the cum rag.
Oh, come on, man.
Just
you know, it was a good
throw it
argument.
in. That's it,
Listen,
it's over.
I brought up that case law. I couldn't remember it, but I said it was divorced from the case, but I couldn't remember. But I will when I read it at some point. The book is around here somewhere. All right, come on. Did you see my Velcros? Did you see
No.
my beard?
No, let me ask you a question though. Is your turds coming out the shape of AJ's dick after he fucking ass raped you in in court today? Like,
Jesus Christ, Will. No
good
wonder
Lord,
everybody thinks you're a
sir. I'm a deviant, sir.
Good Lord.
Are you?
What kind of talk is that?
It's grown up talk, especially appointed prosecutor Robert Cosgrove. It's grown up talk.
Shame on you, sir. Oh, man.
Answer the question.
What question? You said
Everyone
my
here
turds
wants to
came
know.
out Like,
Yeah.
what, do my turds come out like? No, they come out similar, but not the same.
Similar. How so? Like more like
Oh, I don't think that's any of your business. I mean, what do you want me to take a picture?
We need a description, sir. We are an evidence-based driven community, sir.
Well, they're not all solid these days, Will. You know what I mean? So I don't know what you expect me to say.
They're not so,
I feel like this conversation is getting gross.
Are you saying what are you trying to say about AJ's?
Well, I don't know if he's got a busted ravioli or something. Yeah, then I guess.
Oh my God, dude. Jesus fuck, man.
Oh!
I don't know what you're trying to ask me. Let's move on.
What the
Did
fuck?
you see my shiny Velcros?
Yeah, man, you were looking sharp. I noticed that you grew a beard, sir.
You noticed my nice white beard?
I did.
Yeah.
Ruined my Christmas.
I'm trying to look like AJ. I'm trying to look younger.
Yeah, apparently you ruined Gatuni's Christmas. Gatuni tweeted that you ruined her Christmas because you grew a beard and you look like Santa Claus.
Well, Crawford ruined my fucking Christmas, so we're even.
Crawford ruined everybody's Christmas.
Oh, by the way, Will, you guys missed it. Could you please check your XDMs?
No.
There is a clip in there that you will want to see.
My XDMs? Okay, let me see what we got here. This better not be a waste of my fucking time.
It's not. You're going to like it.
All right, let's see. Oh, wait. Is this what just came up on my feed? Because you tagged me in it too.
Well, I also put it on my feed. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and you tagged me and Gatuni and Aiden.
Yep.
All right, I got it right. All right, I got it right here. I don't even have to
listen carefully. Did you hear it? I can't hear it. He got their names mixed up.
Oh my
He said
God.
Gaturney. He said Gaturney.
It's like Gaturney.
Now you tell me right now that he doesn't watch this fucking show.
Oh my God.
He got Gaetani and Turney mixed up, and he said Gaturney.
Okay, well, what I'm looking at is when I said, okay, hold on. Let me see something real quick. Is it the same one?
I think so. I just posted it like a few minutes ago.
Okay. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah, it says Gaturney, proving he watches this show.
Where am I hearing attorney?
You didn't hear him say it?
No.
Hold on a minute, because I can't hear what you're.
Yeah, I can't play
hear
it.
what you're-
I can't share this. I can't have you on the phone and then play it at the same time.
Oh, you can't.
I can hear it, but I can't play it to where you can hear it and the audience can hear it.
He said,
I can't share
okay,
it.
we'll play it
I
after
can't
he
share
says-
two screens at the same time.
I picked up on it right away. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta clip that right now.
Okay.
He said Gaturney.
When I hang up with you, I'll go back and I'll listen to it.
All
I'll
right,
play
you're
it.
gonna like it. It's
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
It's
like
fun.
I just it's another clip of how childish I am too. It's just really like
Well, nobody's more childish than me on here.
Jesus, dude. Yeah, this is very funny. It's very funny. This is actually a lot of fun.
Yeah. Anything else? But I don't know. That's it.
Well,
I don't think I have anything else.
I think you should make a public apology to Alan Jackson while I got you on the phone, especially appointed prosecutor Robert Costco.
I think you should apologize to BLT. What do you think of that?
I should apologize to BLT for what?
I don't know.
He's lucky I haven't done a fucking petty stream on his ass.
Ooh.
They might still do one
Threatened me
too.
with a good time there, Will Glera.
I might still do one too.
Leave him alone. Did you hear his latest thing? He's like, oh, I'm not allowed to cover the
Yeah, that was
anymore.
that was me who clipped it and posted it.
Yeah. He's oh my God. Oh, last night I don't even want to mention it. Oh my Jesus, I don't even want to bring it up. He was talking about how he was feeling when the whole thing happened after the Machado incident. And yeah, I don't know if you heard it or not, but it was like, oh no, Brian, stop.
Yeah,
Stop.
it's just and everybody's just trying to jump on this whole thing now, and it's just like I can't even.
All the talk lately about people doing crazy stuff to themselves because of stuff on the internet. I mean, come on, stop it.
That annoyed me because, these people who do that, man, they don't.
That's a ploy.
Right. And it is a ploy. You know how you know it is? Because of the words that he used. The words that he used were, this person almost made me. This person almost made me. So already it's like I've been in that really, really dark space. And where I was like, this is all me. I can't think of anything else to like. There's nowhere else to go. There's nothing else I could do. And it's like you're not gonna sit there and fucking blast the shit all over the internet, unless you're just it's like that song.
That's what I was
Specials,
say.
bro. You ever listen to the Specials? Like, there's a song. There's a song by a band called the Specials, who I love very much. Old English band, ska band, and they actually have a song called "Little Bitch." It's actually the name of the song, "Little Bitch," and it's actually talking about like there's actually like a line in the song where they're talking about you wanted to die, but you didn't quite carry it out. You only wanted to die in order to show out. And like,
well, yeah, I mean,
yeah, like there's those people, and then like it's just ridiculous. Like you're blaming the rest of the world for your bullshit. It's like fucking strap up your fucking boot heels, man, and get to work. Your lack of success is nobody else's fucking fault.
Right.
Like,
and that brings me to a Grateful Dead quote, which I know you hate the Grateful Dead. You said that before, but it said, you don't want to live, but you're chicken to die. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
And first of all, even if you did, like, hold on, I'm still talking in Cossie voice, but even if you did, right? Like when those dark times, you wouldn't share it with people. The only reason you're sharing it is for a reason. You know what I mean? And
in the context, right? In the context that he did, for sure. Like there was no cry for help there. There was no, you know what I mean? And it's like, come on, man. That's really, really insulting to people who like actually really struggle with this stuff.
You know what it's exactly like? It's exactly like J7. Okay, so I already said it, but J7 sending me messages saying she's going to do the same thing if I go on Baker's show to goof around because he didn't like.
I can't with all that bullshit. Like,
and it's out there, you know what I mean? And they keep.
I refuse to even talk about that girl. Like,
I know, but you know what I mean? Like,
she's now getting way more attention than she ever
Then
deserved.
absolutely right.
And
But-
it's all out of pure gross bullshit scandal. Like it's I refuse.
It's that same thing. It's that same idea, though. It's that same ploy. It's that same
Right.
It's that same sympathy pull. It's all it is. That's all it is. Believe me. Believe what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I'm talking in their voice. Believe what I'm saying, because you can't question what I was going to do to myself.
There's
You know what
listen,
I'm saying?
here's where I'm at. There's always going to be drama in every community. That's always going to happen. Right? It's just a question of how you deal with it. But then what this community is in danger of currently right now is it becoming a drama community. That's you have to be real careful of that. And I won't do it. I won't. Like, I'll address drama from time to time, but sometimes it's necessary. Of course. But when all there is, and that just becomes like, it's just like, it's like a bloodthirsty fucking thing going on. I can't do it. It's gross to me. And
listen,
giving J7 any fucking attention at all whatsoever is contributing to this community becoming, because who the fuck is she and what has she done? Fucking nothing. She's done nothing but start shit. She's done nothing but beg for attention. She's done nothing but fucking, and you know, she says nasty things. Who the fuck is she? Nobody gives a fuck. The only reason that she even matters because you all made her matter. She doesn't fucking matter. She hasn't been here for fucking 2.5 years.
Well, no, that's not really true with me. There's a lot more to it than that. Like, she fucking horrified me at one point, like personally, months ago. So, like, you know, so it's a little different. Like, it's a little different with me. But you know, anyways. But yeah, you're right. You know, I'm guilty of getting sucked into this whole thing, and like, hey, look at this. You know what I mean? Like, look at this, look at that. You know what I mean? And you know, I think we're all guilty of doing it. And sometimes it's not easy to, you know, to resist when you see people doing shit and you know it's bullshit, and like, here, look. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just like, I don't know. I'm definitely guilty of it. But
yeah,
you know.
me too. But like, I'm over it. I'm fucking over it. Seriously, like, it makes my soul feel gross. You know, like that's where I felt
nobody
lately.
could ever make me feel like that. Nobody could ever bring me to a point.
I've actively avoided
Ever.
going live because I don't feel good.
Ever to a point where I'm like, I'm going to do something because you upset me on the internet. It's just not happening. And it seems to be going around a lot these days, and it's just fucked up. It's weird.
Yeah. I mean,
that's it. I mean, I don't mean to bring the room down or anything, but Jesus Christ, I mean, enough's enough.
I agree. Yeah. I mean, there's going to be shit that happens. It's not like it's like, oh, no more drama, blah, blah, blah. Like, shit's going to happen. It is what it is. And then we're going to have feelings about it. And we're allowed to fucking discuss how we feel about it. It's going to happen. But I refuse to let it define my content. Like, I just refuse. I'm just not going to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I hear you, buddy. All right there, Will Clara. Thanks for having me on your presentation.
Thanks for being here, especially appointed prosecutor Robert Cosgrove, everybody.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Later, man. All right. So let me just show what he was talking about here.
But the facts of those two cases, they are totally divorced from anything that's before Your Honor today.
What was the issue with Alice? I just read PISA when Mr. Jackson quoted it. What was the issue on Alice, the recusal?
If I remember correctly, Your Honor, since I've read it, it had to do.
I have to have a movement.
Some illegal behavior by police officers that the district attorney was involved with.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Kasi misunderstood. Kasi G misunderstood. He thought that he said attorney, but he said district attorney. That's why I couldn't hear what he was talking about. Look.
Police officers that the district attorney was involved
District
with.
attorney.
But I apologize that the district attorney was involved in illegal behavior by police officers that the district attorney was involved with. But I apologize. The facts of those two cases.
Yeah, he said district attorney.
They are totally divorced from anything that's before Your
That's
Honor
why I couldn't
today.
hear it.
What was the issue with Alice? I just read PISA when Mr. Jackson quoted it. What was the issue on Alice, the recusal?
If I remember correctly, Your Honor, since I've read it, it had to do.
I have to have a movement.
Some illegal behavior by police officers.
Holy
The
shit.
District attorney was involved
District
with.
attorney was involved with.
I
That's what he was saying. District attorney was involved with. All right, well, folks. Guys, I had an excellent time this evening. I really appreciate you guys. I had a lot of it was very pleasant to I love being able to be completely honest with you guys. Like I'm really happy right now. You know, Kaylin's been just great. And really supportive. She's really supportive of what I'm doing here. You know, because that's something that's going to be a big deal for me to be. You guys know how I was, man. Like the idea of even being in a relationship with somebody scared the fucking shit out of me. But I've known her for a long time. We've been friends for a long time, and she's always been really cool, really supportive. So, I know some of you guys are just like, God, I'm fucking sick. You guys are fucking so fucking gay. Yeah, kind of, maybe, but yeah, go fuck yourselves. Anyways, guys, I'm really grateful for you guys. I love you guys very much. You guys are absolutely fantastic. My reprobates, remember, it only takes a second to stay safe, and being retarded never stopped anybody from being a good neighbor, unless, of course, you're McAlbert. Guys, I love you very much, and we will do this again very soon, my friends.
Watch out!
Being retarded means leading a full life. Retarded people go to work or school, just like their neighbors, and come back to a real home. A supervised home, right in the neighborhood, where they belong. Being retarded never stopped anyone from being a good neighbor.